Hey, you are watching Half Asian Tarot Queen. I am Elisa, and I'm here to do another reading. It's pretty wild. There's definitely some super big shifts starting to manifest in the world. It's really like some of it is like a long time coming, but it's just like one of those things where it's just like when stuff drags on for so long, you're like, oh, I'll believe it when I see it, and then you kind of give up on it ever happening, and that's when it happens, and you're just like, whoa, okay. All right, so this popped out, the Three of Pentacles, and then we have the Hierophant at the bottom of the deck. So this kind of speaks to like a partnership or collaboration, or like a new foundation. Like there was a reading a couple readings ago, and it was like the truth comes out and a new foundation is emerging. So I feel like that's relevant to this. And then we have the Hierophant. So this is kind of like, it can speak to like institutions. Like that's what I'm getting right now. Like it's almost like what I'm kind of getting from like the other cards around here, that there's like almost like an institutional intervention in some sort of toxic situation, and it's bad enough that it's requiring an institutional intervention to put the burden down, like a harsh truth. So that's interesting, because there's been like a lot of readings about the truth leading up to this. Like the one that I pointed to, the full moon reading, was very much about that as well. So yeah, like I think there seems to be some sort of institutional intervention with the truth coming out. Oh my gosh. So when I did the split on the mystical shaman, we got Thunder and we got the Sorcerer. So the Sorcerer speaks to some sort of like distortion. It could be like a generational curse, or some sort of like, it's almost like a foundation that's built on a lie. So it's interesting that we're having to have this like institutional intervention on this that's causing this new foundation, because it's just sort of like, so for example, like if you have like a scarcity mindset, like you believe that like you can't be abundant, and abundance happens to other people, and blah blah blah, like that's kind of what you manifest in your life. And so that's like a distortion, so it's just like, in order to have a different experience, like you have to heal that foundation and rebuild on another set of beliefs, and so that's kind of what I'm getting here. It's just like, whatever this distortion is, it's like it's getting blown up, because we have Thunder here. It's just like, whoa, we're blowing up this faulty foundation, and it looks like it's requiring some sort of institutional intervention. So this is like some pretty freaking big drama here. Okay, so I'm going to the Muse Tarot. I haven't used this one in a while, but I really love it. And oh my gosh. Okay, so when I did the split on this deck, we have the Sun on one side, do-do-do-do, do-do-do-do, and we have the Three of Voices. Oh my gosh. It's like the same message keeps coming out again and again. So the Three of Voices is it's a card of heartbreak, but like in this deck, because it's like you have all the tears, because this, whatever this distortion is getting blown up, but the hope in this card is that like breaking down this faulty foundation is allowing the light to shine in, so that healing can happen, so that you can rebuild on a foundation that's more solid, so it's like really painful in the moment of this disruption, but it actually leads it leads to good things. You know, it leads to the sun, the best card in the deck. So underneath this heartbreak, oh my gosh, underneath the heartbreak, we have the Ten of Materials, the Queen of Wands, we have the Nine of Pentacles, the Magician, and the Tower. So, I mean, this really speaks to like manifesting this abundant, independent, like new beginning, you know, and disrupting, blowing up, kind of what I was talking about, the scarcity thing, which I just kind of mentioned that, but like that's what it is. So under the sun, we have the Eight of Materials, the Hierophant, the Seven of Materials, and the Six of Inspiration, and the Ace of Emotions. So it's almost like someone's being like appreciated for their hard work, or the work that they've done, or their work by like some like higher, because we got the Hierophant again, like higher level institutions. So like maybe, you know, the church or the government or your work, or, you know, somebody's like recognizing, someone's being recognized for what they've done, and they're getting all this love and a new foundation, you know, because of that. So, wow, it's like there's two things. It's just like, almost like, there's been like this blockage from manifesting that's being disrupted, and that blockage is based on a faulty foundation. So that's kind of what's getting blown up. Okay, so I'm going to go to the Tarot of the Divine. I love this because there's all this like, I mean, it's got like a lot of like folklore from like lots of different traditions, but like there's a lot of Japanese folklore in here, which I really like because I obviously am half Japanese. So anyways, I'm gonna just pull a few cards from this. I've never even used this deck before, and so I know that there's like a lot of folklore that I'm gonna be missing, but because I haven't looked at the book yet, but we're just gonna go with it because it's got really beautiful artwork. Oh my gosh, wow. Okay, that came out twice. Okay. Wow. Okay, so we have the Three of Wands. So it's like someone's like climbing up the ladder, like they're manifesting this sun. They're manifesting this beautiful outcome, and they've been like working hard at it. This new stable foundation. And we have here the King of Cups. So this is like, I love how it's like this Chinese dragon, but like this foundation is built from this like heart-centered place, you know, from a place of like emotional balance, and it's basically not based on a distortion, you know, and that's what's leading to this beautiful outcome, and this sort of like integration and healing of whatever this distortion was. So this is really, someone's been working at this for a long time. They've been like slowly manifesting it, and what it looks like right now is like whatever this blockage has been that's been like holding them back is just like, it's just being blown up right now. Like, I mean, it's been coming for a long time, but it's just like, oh my gosh. So I'm going to the Work Your Light Oracle to pick like a couple. I'm just going to do a split right here. Oh my gosh. We have yes. Just say yes. It's so beautiful. And then we have take a break. A life's work, not a season. Get off the treadmill. Wow. Yeah, so it's like someone's been like really climbing up this ladder and, you know, seemingly been on a treadmill, but this new foundation is going to allow them to get off of that treadmill and operate from a more balanced place. Looks like they're going to be like recognized. It's going to be much more stable, and the answer is yes. So this is really, 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 really beautiful. It looks, I mean, this looks like a story of like overcoming some kind of profound difficulty or generational curse or limiting belief. And it just kind of like, you know, like sort of chipping away at it. And this is sort of like the moment where it just like blows up. You know, like I go back to there was a reading a long time ago called The Rawshank Redemption. And I go back to that imagery at the end of the Shawshank Redemption movie where he like has been chipping away at the wall, like digging this hole for his escape for like years, like in the night, you know, just little by little he's been chipping away at it. And then finally he gets his chance and he has to like swim through all this sewage and like, you know, and then like he stands up in the sewage and like he's reached his freedom and he had to go through all this stuff to get there, but he finally does, and it's like this beautiful moment. And that's kind of, I don't know, that's kind of what's coming through for this reading. So this is a really actually good reading. So yeah, we'll just keep this train rolling. This holiday season's going pretty good so far.